Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this week 2 of the Duckling Derby. You're on SpeedGaming 5. I am joined in the booth by Admiral Tryhard. Admiral, how are you doing tonight?
Um, I'm good. I've had a pretty exhausting day. Happy to end it with some nice Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Oh, and what a race we have. What kind of flags can we expect today?
Well, the flags are pretty simple tonight. Oops, all loose, except for one thing. That one thing is the legendary Masamune is locked in the Corneria Castle. Everything else, oh, you're on your own.
All I have to say about that is oof.
Yeah. However, we do have some freebies, so it's not all loose. We start off with a free ship, a free bridge, and a free canal.
Oh, and we have Cure 4 in the White Magic, slot 3,
And
so that is going to be
we also have
learnable.
Ruse if it's needed in slot 4, so once they promote, that knight can learn it.
Ooh, Fast and Warp at Black Magic. Oh my goodness.
The only thing we're kind of missing is like a really good sweeper.
Or any sweeper. I didn't see it. I just saw
anything's
both
really
of
good at
those.
level.
What do we have for the other Black Magic spells? I just saw Fast and Warp and got Giddy.
We got Lit and like something else.
That's nice. A little bit of chain armor. I can see purchasing that.
Oh yeah, got a lot.
Ooh, Falchion +4. That's gonna be pretty nice.
Yeah, the weapons seem to be pretty blessed this time. And speaking of blessings, we've got one blessing on every single class. Let's see what we got. The fighters, they're able to run away with that +15 luck. Thieves not only have thief swords, but they have the defense sword. Black belts, they have extra MDef, although I don't see any black belts. Red mages, they have 2 level 1 slot, 2 extra level 1 spell charges, I should say. White mages are actually white knights being able to equip the Excalibur, and the black mage has that extra 5 luck.
So nothing terribly game-breaking, but so we see a couple of different strategies. If you take a look at Papa Ducks, he went for Garland right away. Meanwhile, Rich Baroque in the top right hand of the screen is taking a fight of imps. Probably because there's no sweepers, no good way to kill Garland.
I mean, Falchion +4 is a good enough way, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Plus fast?
Plus fast, I'll give you that.
Just hit him harder. Yeah, like, Papa Duck's dealing 152 damage to Garland. He's gonna go down pretty quickly. If the fighter survives.
Walls of Jericho showing us that the top chest, one of the 2 chests in Temple of Fiends, has a ribbon.
Ooh. Is Papa Duck's gonna check those chests, or is he gonna abandon? No, he just talks to the princess and gets out. And he gets nothing for it. Well, copper +2 gauntlets.
I rescue you, and this is all I get?
Here's some chump change and some like rusty copper gauntlets.
The legendary light warriors, here's some junk I had lying around.
Hey, this is some really polished copper.
Aged copper. But yeah, Papa Duck's not opening those chests, making a beeline for level 2 magic. I do not hate this play. Even though we know that there's a ribbon.
I also agree. Like, if I were to do something like that, I would personally wait till I have the key to go into Toph. We got Fire 2, finally a sweeper spell, but that's probably one of the worst you could get. Unless you're diving Marsh Cave.
Which is a distinct possibility.
Yeah. It'll take care of those pirates, though. I don't think we have unsafe pirates on or anything.
Oh no, they're regular, they got, around 9 HP, so Fire 2 should make short work of them.
Or if this turn order could be any worse for Papa Ducks. One of the Black Mages actually dying to the pirates.
That's not the worst thing in the world. Those Black Mages are essentially useless right now. You gotta hope Fade rolls level 3, level 4 or something, so you can just go fighter white mage.
Oh, wait, shop item floater in Provoca.
Are you serious? This is a shot? Like, I want to just say how insane that is, because it could be any item. When it's all loose, there doesn't have to be a shop item.
Oh no, an early floater and all loose is a disaster. Because you get access to almost everything.
Oh, well, we don't have the canoe yet, so there's a silver lining. The canoe does have to be somewhere accessible.
Oh,
Oh my.
But that means we could have runners Could runners be money locked, hoping to try to get enough money to find the next good key item that's floater locked? Because if so, that would be quite the race to see who can do the puzzle slider mini game the fastest.
Let's see. Oh, Fade was level 2 white magic.
Yep. So Black Mages are really useless, except for that fast warp.
Honestly, what I would do is get one of those Black Mages up to a level where I have 5 or 6 casts of fast, get rid of them both, and just go 2-man. Just funnel the experience towards the fighter and the white mage.
I would still keep it at 3-man strats, because you don't know when you're gonna find temper. Because if you get that level to where you get some nice temper charges, the levels on the fighter don't matter as much, and you'll be able to just, keep things safer through the Topher.
Well, I'll tell you, anyone who took a red mage and a white mage clearly has an advantage.
Oh yeah. Red mage was the way to go here. Especially that +2 level 1 MP. You get extra warps, you get fade, you get more people casting Fade.
I mean, if Nuke rolls at level 3 or 4, it's not the end of the world.
Even level 5 might be doable. However, something I am a slightly pained to see is I think Papa Ducks is gonna be banking on finding some major cash in a dungeon. He just bought all the silver +1 bracelets despite knowing the floater.
Level 4 Black Magic, not that enticing. I mean, it does have Lit 3 and Fire 3, that's not terrible, but they don't really stand a chance against Fade. Oh, and gold +2 bracelets at under 10,000 gold.
Yeah, Papa Ducks will really be hurting once he sees those gold bracelets as well. He'd be like, I spent all my money.
I don't blame him. Silver +1 bracelets are great, and you could probably take that to the end game with those 3 characters.
That is fair, especially since you know where the Masa is. So you don't have to worry about, supercharging your fighter in order to finish the game.
But Professor Renderer, taking a little trip down to Yield Marsh Cave.
He's got that thief already stoned. It's basically the equivalent of taking a derp nap.
I want to see how the thief plays out, I suppose. There's going to be a lot of running involved, and if we don't have a soft, this is kind of bad, but...
Yeah, that... However, we should know that this is not all unrunnable. We are still gonna have some things where we're forced to wait. But, with some Fade charges, some Lit 3s, it'll be fine. That's
what I keep telling myself. My fear is that Canoe is going to be in Marsh, and then the world is open.
That is a pretty reasonable fear.
Now, what I find interesting about this flag set is all the items are loose. However, you really do only need those, 8 key items: the canoe, the floater for your transportation, as well as the loot, the key, the rod, the oxyale, the chime, and the cube. Everything else is probably not going to turn into a key item, but you can't really afford not to check it if you're there.
Yeah, with oops all loose, this is gonna make people play a full clear seed. Like, if you skip that one chest and it had the canoe, well, tough. That's rough, buddy. Hope none of our runners actually do that.
There is a bad and there is a worse. If you skip a chest intentionally, but you can remember which ones you skipped, then that's less bad if that has one of the key items in it.
That is fair. Like, I know some people, like myself sometimes, like, I'll go into the Volcano 2 and just loot the big armory and leave everything else.
And it looks like Walls of Jericho and Papa Duck's both going to join Professor Renderer in the Marshed Cave. I did not see what Professor Renderer saw on top Marsh.
He saw some cat. He has a tail.
The tail is free in this.
Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. I don't think he saw anything big. I'm pretty sure he just saw some money and housing.
I don't see any dancing for joy, so it must not have been that good. Shadows with heat, that's disgusting.
Well, we've got the red mage and the fighter left alive on the Walls of Jericho's end. And that fighter does have plus 15 luck, so he is able to run.
Yeah, that is true. We find the seafood party platter in the vanilla wizard tile, and behind it is the TNT.
Ooh, a lobster's taking down Boom the Black Mage, but... However, Fade goes off and almost everything dies. There we go.
That is a boatload of experience.
Yep. Now it's just making sure you make it out alive. Although you do have some warp charges if you really need to get out.
I bet you those are going to be used.
Oh, we've got an herb in the Marsh Cave as well.
So this is what we were talking about before. So those are 2 quote-unquote key items. So they are going to provide a bonus to experience gained, a slight one. But they're probably not going to turn into key items. I mean, when you walk back to the ship, you're going to turn into herb.
Yeah. Because it very well could be a key item. That could be the canoe.
We've already seen the floater in a shop, which just floors me.
Yeah. And just again, that early transportation item in a oops all loose seed very much scares me.
I would definitely be planning to, if I found Oxyale or Cube and Chime, I would definitely think about making that a top priority. There are a lot of chests in those 2 instances.
For me, if I got that floater, I would make my trip to the volcano, especially at this early level. Hey, look, you healed the prince back to life, and he gives you a heal potion in return.
Take it back. This is gross.
It is like the newer versions. Like you give him the Toya gives you like a tonic to wake him up. So he's like, you know, you finish it. Now, with that dive into Marsh, Papa Ducks has almost got 5-digit money again. The floater is only like 14k. So, I think... Oh yeah, and then knowing Papa Ducks, he probably wants to buy Brack. Yep. I know Papa Ducks. He always tries those Brack strats on the fiends.
Well, I'll tell you what, we still don't have the canoe, so that was probably one of the best things that could have happened. So it doesn't matter if you go back and buy the floater now. You're probably going to have to go to Earth Cave to fish out that canoe.
Alright, we don't have the desert dock. So yeah, that floater is off the table for now still.
But that actually isn't a bad thing. So everybody has a white caster, so you have Fade. Some people have 2 white casters. And you will also have, with Black Magic, you're going to have, Ice 2, Lit 3, Fire 3 accessibility. It's not a bad idea to check out the spike tiles that are in Earth, check those chests, and then make a deeper dive until you get the canoe. I would like to see somebody go in, find a decent trap tile, and maybe get up to level 15 or 16.
Yep. It makes total sense to me.
And Papa Duck's not letting us see level 5 magic.
Unfortunate. Well, he doesn't have any money to buy it anyway, so he thought he'll save the run until he actually has money.
Well, my curiosity is just gonna eat at me.
Oh no.
This is all about me, didn't you know that?
Of course.
I'm sure there was a memo.
You never know what memos actually go through.
Professor Renderer going to turn in the TNT, and that turns into 3,500 gold. Could be worse.
Yep. So we now know that something's got to be here on Earth. Get the funny crystal. Or Pro Ring +1. This is some good armor.
That's delicious. Oh, you didn't check the trap tile either. It's fine, I get it. You want to check all the chests, and if you find the trap tile, or the spike tile, on the bottom room, then you don't have to take an extra step every time you use it.
That is a good point.
We finally get to see level 5 magic, Life and Life 2.
Saber, Ice 3, and Nuke.
Level 5 is where it's at.
I didn't quite see the slot where Nuke is at. And ooh, that's some good change in Earth 1.
Nuke was in slot 4, so the Black Mage can learn it right off the bat.
Alright. However, with the Red Mage being able to learn Fade, it's not the end of the world if he can't learn that. Papa Duck's completely avoiding all trap tiles. And diving deeper. Part
of me can't argue with that, because you just gotta go, go, go. He's already level 10, so it doesn't really need that many more levels.
Yeah, with the
I mean, for the time being.
with the Masa in a place that you can easily get to once you have the key, and the key being needed to beat the game anyway. You could, and we have fast. I can see this. I can see parties being like level 25, or like even level like 20, 21, and being effective against chaos.
I would like to see them take their fighters to 24.
Ooh,
anything before that is just a little
mage
risky.
tile. That's nice to see.
That is a decent amount of experience. Let's see how much health they rolled.
Not. They got like 70 HP.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, mage staff and Thor hammer. This is a free grind.
Yeah, now we are talking. Professor Renderer finding the pro ring as well as the mage grind about the same time.
Yep.
And both the top runners, Walls of Jericho and Rich Baroque, bought the floater.
Ah.
That isn't a bad... I mean, I'm impressed that they had the money for it. And that's not bad, because they know that the canoe is going to be coming out of Earth Cave. And yeah, maybe you have to do a little run around for it, but if you don't have to come back in for the floater, you're that much closer to actually getting in the air.
The only play that this doesn't make any sense is if you get the canoe right up a crystal into a canoe, and Provoke is like right there. Otherwise, yeah, I agree with the play.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was a power staff.
Found the wizard staff, so that could make for some nice carry strats. So let's say carry 2.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the idea of going into Volcano as soon as possible because there's a lot of chests. They're pretty dense in there. But without a real way to kill carry, it just feels bad. With that wizard staff, I would absolutely make that play at level 10, level 11.
There's also very good odds just finding a decent sword in there. Like, it doesn't have to be the greatest sword. But like, a flame sword or an ice sword or something on that level, or even the rune sword would be more than enough with a fasted fighter.
Well, we have that Falchion +4. That probably would be good enough with fast.
Yeah.
And for all the other battles, I've got, look at this, I've got a Zeus Gauntlet or a Mage Staff.
We have Fade charges and and possibly some nukes as well by the time they get to Volcano. So people who brought a red mage are gonna feel very confident in Volcano as well, because they can fast, they can fade, they can do all that. And they can... Actually, wait, I can't remember if Cure 4 was in a red mage slot. Yes, they were. I just saw the red mage with Cure 4.
Yeah, I believe Cure 4 was slot 3.
Now, the other thing that these runners are going to do once they get the canoe, they're going to head straight for Cardia. They want to promote as early as possible. Ooh, Ice Shield +4.
That is delicious. Now, I will say I like kind of what Papa Ducks did here. I know he had to take that tile, but he didn't run from it. And the canoe is in the vanilla rod location. So Papa Duck's got up to level 13, and this is important because at level 13 you get your second charge of level 5. So that means he's got 4 nuke casts now.
Actually, he's got his black mages are lower levels. I saw 13 and 11.
One of them is level 13. And unfortunately, the level 11, at level 12, you learn your first spell of level 5, and at 13, you learn your second.
He's got some mad money though. He's also gonna check the armor shop in Melmond. Didn't see anything he really likes, so he's just heading out.
Yeah, that iron +3 is nice, but
Yeah, also I think I saw some silver +3, which would be really good on a red mage.
and yeah, Rich Baroque took a pretty painful wipe a couple seconds ago.
Unfortunate.
But Papa Duck's the first to get the canoe, everyone else trying to make their way down, and unfortunately, I bet you anything that it's going to be the last chest that everybody checks.
Yeah, everyone's gonna, like I said, everyone's gonna be playing full clear seat because they're not gonna risk it. However, it seems that we've kind of lost Papa Duck's stream. Hopefully nothing bad happened to him. Oh. That's just me looking in the wrong place.
Walls of Jericho decided to take the mage now.
That's completely understandable. However, if it were me, I'd want to wait until I'm promoted to start dedicating some grinding.
I can see that. My goal would just be to make everything up to that point easier. You know that the canoe is here, you know where the floater is, so you should have no problem taking your fighter up to level 15.
Yeah. Oh, Papa Ducks is back. He is around Crescent Lake right now. Yep, he's right by the floater turn-in. And let's see where he goes. Yeah. Okay, Crescent Lake, yeah. Understandable.
And we're in the air just shy of the 27-minute mark.
That's really good for an all-loose flag set.
Yeah, now what's important is, and you mentioned this before, where do you go from here? And that's, I think, going to determine who's going to win this match.
Well, I think everyone's going to promote. That's a given. As for what happens after that, I would probably start looting around Cardia, and then I would make my way over to Ordeals, and then hoping I find the Oxy Ale, but if not, I'll still head to the waterfall. That'd be my plan.
Yeah, I think Ordeals is going to be the cheeky play here. I think the mathematical play is to go to Volcano next.
Oh, right. I forgot about Volcano. And Pop.
However, there's, 11 chests in Ordeals, and because people won't be going there with the ship, people might avoid it. If, like I always talk about, when you're playing these matches, you need to take a couple of risks and have them pay off.
Ooh, Opal Bracelet, +4, right in the first chest of Volcano.
Ooh.
Papa Ducks is played, and Flame Armor.
Volcano was the play.
Well, in terms of combat, yes, but It's still nothing so far in progression. However, that could very easily change. Time to see what the big ol' armory gives us. Some junk. Pro Cape -3. A giant sword +4, though. That could be something. Like, that giant sword +4, that's enough for carry.
Walls of Jericho getting the canoe, warping out. Probably going
And the
to
loot.
be second in the air.
Loot is in Volcano. And the cube. Oh! Volcano's the play. Very definitively Volcano. I mean, that just leaves the key, the chime, and the oxyale, and that's it.
As well as the rod.
Oh, right. Oops.
Oh, and a
Ooh.
katana +2, that's nice. For Professor Renderer.
Professor Renderer, bringing the thief in a seed with a positive katana. They said it couldn't be done.
There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, I remember earlier, Papa Ducks challenged me to an Iron Golem match, forcing us to use thieves. And he specifically turns off the weapon blur sync because he knew that Katana is going to roll negative.
Well, that is how you make sure it doesn't. And Rich Baroque also getting his canoe, going to be heading back to get in the air.
Yeah,
Followed shortly by Professor Renderer.
Yeah, we've got Professor Renderer at level 9 across the board for his party. Oh, the slab is also in Volcano. Oh, the slab doesn't mean too much, but that's still extra EXP and gold. But overall, Papa Ducks is in the lead in terms of exploration, and he's also Dragon Armor +2. Oh my lord. That is everything you can want out of this volcano. Papa Ducks is set, except for, of course, progression.
Yeah, we're still missing a couple items, but it looks like he's going to go in and try to full clear this place. Meanwhile, Rich Baroque just got his floater, and probably in a couple of seconds, we're going to see Professor Renderer.
Yep.
After we make a quick stop at the end.
Of course, gotta be well rested before you go raid stuff.
Papa Duck's using those Cure 4s like they're going out of style.
I mean, why not? It's quicker than using heal pots.
Oh, absolutely. I love white mages. When they have Cure 4 at an early level, I don't feel like using healing potions.
Yeah, Cure 4 or even Heal 3 or Heal 2. I just say, use big healing magic.
Walls of Jericho making the same play as Papa Ducks going into Volcano.
You will not regret it. Oh, that's what and there's the chime. Oh, this is a stacked volcano.
It is, but I like it, but I don't like it, because now we got 52 some chests opened up. And
Dragon Sword +3.
We still need the key. We still need the rod. We still need the oxiale. That could all be in.
There's
There's the oxiale.
Volcano.
You know what, Volcano? Just give us all the key items.
Just
let's have the key, and then in Canario Locked, let's just have the rod, and we're done. We're done opening boxes.
This is insane. This is like, this is comical. It's like literally instead of lava, the volcano's just gushing out key items.
All I'm thinking is, where's the other shoe gonna drop?
Now,
is the rod or the key like hidden in some obscure spot that you're gonna check very last?
would I? For me right now, I would head to Cardia, and then I would make my way towards Waterfall and Sea. Once I get this incentive chest in Volcano, of course, because obviously everything's going to be in Volcano. Ooh, a Gershark and Wizzsag tile.
As long as I didn't roll anything terrible, this is a decent XP fight.
And considering the Black Mages have Lit 3, this is also going to be pretty nice. And that Silver Axe +5, which Popduck's got from the Sages, is doing some work. However... Oh wait, that's... Professor Render is the one with the thief. I was about to say, Walls of Jericho finding that katana.
Yeah, Rich Baroque decided, nope, we're gonna go promote right away. So our first kind of divergence that we've seen.
Which I 100% agree with the promotion play right away. It just makes everything safer to go through. And if you find those good armor pieces in dungeons, then you can just equip them right away and not worry about leaving. It makes you more likely to be able to clear the dungeons, that's what I should say.
Well, we really don't have a weapon that requires us to promote. That would be my only concern here. The reason that I think Volcano is going to be a more popular play is because of proximity.
Let's see it. Doesn't seem like Cardia Isles is giving us anything. Excalibur, that's a weapon.
And Papa Doc's first one at 36 minutes, 7 seconds to light an orb, the fire orb. 1 down, 3 to go.
And he's heading right to Ice Cave. You've got Warp. It's definitely the play.
I like to avoid ice, so I commend Papa Doc's for his bravery.
Never mind, he just noped out.
I also commend Papa Doc's for not going to ice.
I would go to ice simply because I have Warp. Instead,
my issue with that would be there are so many chests out there that we now have access to because we have the Chime, we have the Cube, we have the Oxio.
It's like literally
that's 100 chests.
Everything except for Sky itself is open, and the keylock chests.
Rich Baroque, a man after my own heart, going to ordeals.
Yeah, Papa Ducks likely went to ordeal simply because, well, he's got all this good stuff he wants to equip. Like, Dragon Armor +2 and that Opal +4 means that fighter's gonna be an absolute unit while giving that Opal bracelet to someone that really needs it, like the White Mage with Fade and Cure 4.
I mean, if we find one more ribbon, we are set for equipment.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that because there's literally only 2 swords that could be better than Excalibur here, and that would be the Vorpal sword or Masamune, and we know where one of them is. Oh,
Isarda has the key.
No one's gonna. Why?
That is insane! What a big brain play from Professor Renderer.
Professor showing off why he has the title with the Galaxy Brain play.
That is insane.
And now I think Professor Render now has such a huge advantage in this race.
Yeah,
and
because nobody's going to go back to Sarda.
He's getting Masa as well. I was about to say, like, overall, Papa Duck has a lead of checking chests, but now, Professor. Ooh, Adamant. He's got. That'll be a good time to check Dwarf Locked. Because you don't know if the cube is going to be in Dwarf Locked.
And we also have the Sun Sword +5. That's amazing. I mean, you have better swords now. You're probably not going to use it, but I mean, the Sun Sword +5. That's an endgame weapon right there.
You have Masa. Oh, Rod is in Mirage.
That is everything. We now know
We're
how to
in
beat
no
this
mode.
game. So literally all Papa Ducks has to do is go and check Sarda. But he's gonna full clear this place because that's the correct play.
This is the dilemma of being a commentator. You know the exact play.
Oh, I didn't think commentating this match was going to be painful.
Oh, no. This is more painful than running it. Because Papa Ducks feels so good right now, right?
How can you not feel good? You're a key away from go mode.
Dang. If we had lock-picking thieves.
Rich Baroque, struggling a little bit in ordeals.
Ooh, unrunnable blueties. That's kind of nice to see because they're good experience. Let's hope they're not mean. Yeah. Now that I think about it. Yep, Professor Render was completing my thought. Because he has Masamune, he gave that Excalibur to the White Mage. We now have a White Knight.
I'm sure that +1 hit growth per level is going to really help.
Who has the +1 hit growth per level?
Oh no, that's just what White Mages get. Every level they get +1% hit.
Oh, okay.
So if you get that White Mage up to, I don't know, level 30, might have 3 hits.
Funny. We've got a lot of fast charges because they're level 1. And the White Mage, I'm pretty sure we saw Ruse at an early level. Now, the big question is, how... Actually, wait, we're still missing... Oh, wait, where was the cube? Because I see Wall of Jericho has it.
The cube was in Volcano.
Oh, of course it was. Yeah, so Papa Duck's gonna be full clearing Sky, I assume. Yep, he's continuing onwards.
And I did not see anything inside of ordeals that was worth it, with the exception of, what is this? An eye tile.
Is this a tile, or was it a Oh wait, yeah, it is the tile, because it's right by the throne.
And Rich Baroque decides, let's stay here a little bit, while Walls of Jericho lights his first orb, the Fire Orb.
Yep, with a red mage and a white mage, this is all 3 of the people you need. However, the eye does have stun touch. Oh, wait, red mages are even better this seed because the Sun Sword +5.
Absolutely.
You have a Masa fighter, a Sun Sword +5 red mage, and an Excalibur white mage.
Yeah, who needs spells?
The real strat, just hit him harder. I mean, you cannot disagree with that strat, could you?
Oh, I love it. Just when in doubt, hit things harder. That's always the best strategy. We need to pay attention to Papa Ducks to see if we can pull a ribbon out of here. Because we've only found the one, so there are still two somewhere out in the world.
There could also be a Vorpal sword to make his life easier, because he's not going to find that key for a while. Because who checks Sarda and all lose?
That is terrifying. But with the rod, like after promoting, if I went down to buy level 5 magic, I have the rod. I'm gonna go kill Lich.
Oh no, fetch quest time. The crystals in the sky.
At that point, like that's the hope that we have for Papa Ducks, is that he is going to go kill Lich and then check it on a whim. Or if he can find the ruby, if he digs the ruby out, then he has a reason to go over there as well. But Rich Baroque doing the big brain play.
Ooh, defense sword +2. That fighter is going to be safe.
So we have the two people who did not go to Volcano, went to Sarda, so they have the key, but they haven't gone to Volcano, so they don't have all of the rest of the items.
Oh, they're gonna go to Volcano, because why wouldn't you go to Volcano, man?
That's literally the only place they can go, I think. They don't have Oxyale, they don't have Cube, they don't have Chime.
Yeah, for Papa Ducks' sake, I hope he finds some like ribbons to make this worth it.
But Walls of Jericho are going to go in and get the news that the rod is here as well. Oh wait, did Walls of Jericho? It's showing up that Walls of Jericho has the key. I thought that was Professor Renderer that
did. No, they both do. Because you'll see on Walls of Jericho's screen that the fighter should be swinging with Masa. Yep, he's swinging with Masa.
So that means Walls of Jericho is going to be in go mode after fishing out this rod.
Yeah, Walls of Jericho is going to be in go mode far quicker than anyone else. That's going to be huge for him. Because he can just... Once he finds that item, he's just going to, hold forward. And we've seen some decent grind tiles so far. There we go, at just under 47 minutes, Walls of Jericho has now entered go mode.
And Papa Duck's still trying to fish something out. I have not seen anything coming out of here besides a little experience.
Sky will not provide this time, unfortunately. I am on the Sky will provide gang. Like, the first 5 seeds I've ever run of this randomizer, Sky had always had something huge in it.
Well, roughly, a fifth of the chests in the game are in Mirage and Sky.
Yeah. However, ooh, wait, it seems that Rich Bork has also found the key, so Papa Ducks is the only person without the key. He was originally having a far greater lead in exploration compared to everyone else. However, without that key, that lead is going to slip through his fingers little by little as he keeps checking these unnecessary chests.
but Walls of Jericho still checking some chests.
He's probably looking for another ribbon.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Especially with some of these, like, more... Oh, there's the ribbon. Papa Ducks has found the second ribbon. Right side of Sky 3. And of course, immediately giving that to his white mage.
And I love the play that Rich Bork just did, saving, turning in the adamant, seeing it was gold, immediately resetting out. Same thing with Astos.
Not quite sure what Walls of Jericho is doing. Is he heading to Earth Cave? Yes, he is. No, he isn't.
Picking up level 5 magics, that's a good idea.
Alright. So he might still be heading to Earth Cave. I don't know.
And Professor Renderer has decided it's time to go to Volcano. Going to get some real good news over the next 5 minutes.
Gosh, this is... Got Rich Bork going into Ice Cave. He'll... Rich Bork will unfortunately not find any progression.
Papa Duck's on the Bridge of Destiny.
Will we see Warmech? Considering the fighter has defense sword, we've got Cure 4, the white mage has ribbon. I think a Warmech would be nice for him.
Yeah, we do need some XP. We are a little bit shy on it, if you will.
Nope, no Warmech. He wasn't even prepared for a Warmech. His party was half dead. Rack strats coming out on Tiamat, as expected from my point of view. Yeah,
That was a soft hit.
I mean, yeah. However, armor is pretty good this seed as well. 3 bracks so far and still not breaking. He's going for another round of them. Broken into pieces. 4 bracks and Tia's down. Papa Duck's at 5208, lighting the second orb, the air orb.
Rich Bork just found the power gauntlet in ice.
Oh, that's like the one thing you could find.
Not seeing temper so far, and an Aegis shield. It's -4, but
I'd still keep the ice shield +4.
if he does not find another ribbon, that is something that you're going to want to keep.
Yeah, I would like keep it in my inventory, but I wouldn't equip it.
So Papa Ducks has decided the next play is going to be Sea Shrine.
It's the right play, but it's not the correct play.
We're going to be full clear on this.
Yeah. Thankfully, C is not a very long dungeon to full clear because most of the chests are either along the way, relatively speaking, or in mermaids. The only thing that can really be worth it to Papa Ducks would be the 3rd ribbon, and even then it's starting to become a stretch. Rich Boric finding another pro cape, but they rolled -3.
And yeah, Rich Bork, we're heading to the volcano, where all our dreams will come true.
It's a magical land.
But I want to take a look at Walls of Jericho. See, we are opening chests because we do want that second ribbon.
I suspect he'll skip Sky 2. Ooh, Metal Slime's ambushing. Just like he's gonna nuke him down. Rich Boric is replacing Ice -4 armor for regular old Flame armor. I love it.
That's a pretty good trade.
However, Rich Boric will soon be replacing that armor again because Volcano has Dragon +2. And there it is.
I mean, I guess if you force me to take it, I will.
Dragon +2 and an Aegis shield. That's like everything you could dream of.
Yeah, put a pro ring on and you're pretty much set.
Yeah, I've got that pro ring. I do believe the Opal helmet rolled +4. Yeah, I got that. You got the defense sword. Yeah, the fighter is looking pretty bulky this seed.
And yeah, that flame +4 is going to be nice on Professor Renderer's Steve, now Ninja. And thank goodness Walls of Jericho did not skip Sky 2, because that was the defense sword up there.
Oh, right. I forgot the defense sword was in Sky 2.
So now we're almost at the 1 hour mark. It's kind of time to take a look at what everyone's levels are. So I know Rich Bork's party is about level 20.
Alright, I'm gonna... doesn't seem like many of the runners are pausing. Although, I believe Papa Dux will pause right before taking on Kraken. Although his fighter's got roughly 500 HP, so I suspect his levels is like in the at least late teens at the lowest. Oh, 24. Yeah, Papa Dux is at a very healthy level.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Especially since we know he's going to be picking up the Mosh because it's free at the end.
And we cleared out, so Papa Dux cleared out all of Kraken's side. Did not find anything worth it. Maybe that gold +2, but you can buy those in the shops.
I don't think Papa Dux checked that shop with the gold +2, so he must be really happy to see it. Going for some more Brack strats on Kraken. Got some bad turn order, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're switching to nukes.
Ooh, free turn with Dark. Gotta love it. There we go. That'll be 3 orbs. Or, not quite. That'll be 3 orbs at 5837 for Papa Dux. The only thing left is Earth Cave.
That's true, but it looks like we're going to clear out Mermaid's side on Papa Duck's side, then probably go to the waterfall.
Well, thankfully, he won't have to check TFC because he's looking for the key.
This is true. Oh, Carry 1. Didn't realize Carry 1 had poison.
Oh, ouch. However, that ninja does have a katana. We've got Masa, Katana, Excal, so we're just going with hit carry very hard.
Yeah, we're fine. 59-26. We have our first orblet on Professor Renderer's side.
Looks like we've got Papa Duck's clearing out the mermaid's room before clearing out the actual, like, dungeon-y part of Mermaid's side. Which makes total sense. If you find it in here, then there's no reason walking around in the encounter table. Opal Shield +4. That's, nice.
Cerberus have Scorch. How annoying.
We have ribbons, and I believe...
It's not the HP that makes it annoying, it's the fact that they have a spell that's going to cast on everything. Ooh, and a white shirt +3 down in Mermaids. As Professor Renderer takes this opportunity to go to Ice Cave, the proximity play. We know that it's not great, but...
it's got Power Bonk.
It has the Power Gauntlet.
Meanwhile, Papa Duck's rearranging his equipment. I believe Papa Duck's, once he finds that key, he is gonna step on the gas and not let up.
It's really hard to say where everybody is at right now. I mean, Papa Duck's has a huge orb lead and an exploration lead.
However,
but
the other runners are, some of the other runners are in go mode.
I mean, Walls of Jericho is maybe, he's this floor, Walls of Jericho on the Bridge of Destiny right now. Then just has to go over to Sea Shrine, clear it, and we're caught up. Rich Bork letting his first orb 1 hour, 1 minute, 33 seconds. But at the time that the others lit their orbs, they were not as high of level. They did not have the gear. So Rich Bork doesn't have to do all of that.
So, in order, Papa Duck's going to be clearing out Waterfall, although we know it's going to be empty. I think Papa Duck's win condition here is he, checks Sarda, and Topher is really nasty.
Well, on Papa Duck's side, where does he have left to check after this?
He's got Ice Cave. And he's got Deeper Earth Cave.
Which he can get to because of the rod. So, no, I think the correct play would be to go to Earth Cave.
You go to Earth Cave.
But we have a Tiamat 1 fight going on. Top left of the screen, Walls of Jericho. Tiamat casting Lit 2, but about to be Mass Immune down.
Or potentially Bracked. Come on, funny Brack strats. Darn. The robot just looked at Papa Ducks and says, "Here, I am robot. I do not need to cure myself of poison." Hands him a cure.
Rich took the 50-50.
Like Papa Ducks is heading down to Earth. Does he? No! He's not going towards Sarda.
Turn back, Papa Ducks.
No, Papa
Hear
Ducks.
us 10 minutes into the future, into the past.
Please. See, Papa Duck's here. He's been playing really well. He's been making what, like, knowing his information, I'd say he's been making all of the right plays so far. But he's getting beaten by a Galaxy Brain play.
I mean, go where the chests are, and it is a much better chance that that the key is going to be locked in Earth 4 than it is in Sarda.
The only argument I'd say for someone checking Sarda right here before Earth 4 is you're not advancing any encounter table by checking Sarda. That and yeah, we've got the Titan's Trove edit on, so you can't really check Titan's Trove early.
Earlier Ruby, what a myth.
What Ruby?
Professor Renderer giving the bad news that the progression is not located in Ice Cave. And Walls of Jericho and Papa Ducks both making their way to Lich 1. Rich Bork has decided that we're going to go to Waterfall before we go to sea.
Oh, we got one of the katanas in Deeper Earth, and a Bane Sword +5. And Bane strats, anyone?
I love me the Bane Sword.
When I start with a random AoE caster item, I hate it when it's the Bane Sword, but like mid-game and I get the Bane Sword, that's pretty nice. Lane -1.
Yeah, Papa Duck's getting the news. No, Earth 4 does not have the droids you're looking for.
Move along. Get that 4th orb and check Sarda, please. If he doesn't check Sarda after this, then he's really throwing away his lead.
Well, yeah, but let's just say that he does check it, he's ready to go. He is literally 1 minute away from entering Topher at 1 hour and 8 minutes. That's huge.
That really is. And he's at well, it's probably gonna be like 1 hour 8 minutes, and like probably closer to 1 hour 9 minutes because he's gonna go get the. He's going to Sarda. He's going to Sarda. Papa Ducks now is definitively in the lead. No one else even has 3 orbs, and Papa Ducks in the mid-20s in level has all of the best weapons and armor, including spellcasting items, except for the power bonk. And he's gonna have Masa, Excal, and Sunsword +5. Although that's
not having the power gauntlet and not having temper hurts. It really does.
I'm not sure why he didn't check on rack or something for temper while I was in it.
The Professor Renderer getting his rod.
However, we've got Defense Sword, we've got Mazmune, and we've got Fast. And we also have Lock, too. So it's not the end of the world. It just won't be a fast Topher, but it will still be a relatively safe Topher. Alright. Papa Ducks at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 45 seconds enters 2,000 years into the past. Quite the time gap compared to how far in the past we are.
That is a great time. Like, Papa Ducks is hauling some kind of butt there.
Imagine if he checked Sarda early like the others, like right after Volcano.
No, I was right. Walls of Jericho just getting his key right now. That's why he was checking so many chests. He was in the same boat as Papa Duck.
Oh. Well, he's had that key on the tractor for quite a while. He must have been mistaken. Wait.
But now, Walls of Jericho officially in go mode. Looks like he did light the Earth Orb before he went out, so now all he has to do is go light the Water Orb, and he's done.
And
speaking of Water Orbs...
Yep, we've got Rich Bork, or... Have I been pronounced? Yeah, Rich Bork has been getting mighty close to Kraken. Hopefully Kraken doesn't crack him in half. Why is Papa Ducks checking those two chests?
Oh, those are the validation chests. Papa Ducks. If I had some sort of, Dead Pulse bucks, I would give you them for sating my curiosity.
Unrunnable worms. I've seen worse things you couldn't run from. And thankfully, they give some good EXP. Every level on that fighter will count. When unrunnable earth elementals.
Professor Renderer falling for the trap, which is full clearing sky.
I mean, there's a defense sword and a ribbon in there, so... Defensively, it's nice to have.
Looks like Walls of Jericho checking on the locked room of Toph, hoping to pull a ribbon out of there. As Rich Bork lights his second orb, the Water Orb. 2 down, 2 to go.
Yeah, it seems like the big trap this run is full clearing sky. Papa Duck seeming to take the free Germadusa EXP due to the Mage Rod and Thor Hammer. And yeah, his fighter's up to level 26 now. He should be really good. I don't think I would take any random fights unless I knew they were really good free EXP.
Nah, you're right. You're pretty much as good as you're going to get right now, so just go for it. As we have Lich 2 battle, the first of the second Fiends.
White Mage doing 190, and we got nukes coming in for around 200 damage. And Lich dies around 1. Truly a speed bump.
We have no idea if Lich had, something nasty.
Ooh, Dwarven Lock has a ribbon.
There's our third ribbon.
Oh, and it had the Rune Sword +3 in there. Darn. I was hoping Rune Sword against carry is pretty entertaining. We're gonna be fasting. Ooh, carry 2 also has poison.
Not killing anyone, but it still hurts.
Yeah, let's hope those red mages stay alive.
Walls of Jericho finding the crown and the bottle in Elfland's treasury.
Oh yeah, I gotta go up to Gaia now. he might as well turn in the crown because he's got the key lock chests in there.
Yeah, the only thing we're missing is the ruby.
And Astos is holding on to some chump change.
Papa Duck's making his way through 2 floors remaining, trying to get to Kraken 2. Let's see if this is the gatekeeper.
Ambushed by Waters and Nagas. As long as they keep hitting that fighter, it should be good. Yeah. Fodder mages, let's go.
Those black mages deserve better. Professor Renderer, Bridge of Destiny, finds an heir.
They get the fast off on the fighter. Ooh, Quad X comes out, but those pro rings and ribbons mean that they're safe. And now they're gonna do Lock 2 and Nuke. Meanwhile, the fighter is gonna get himself up to 6 layers of invisibility.
Out 282, not a bad nuke roll.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But we're running real low on nukes now. Because it was, even though we're level 25, 26, so I think we only had 5 casts each.
Honestly, I would. Well, he's planning to sacrifice the black mages anyway, so he doesn't care. He just wants to get damage off as quick as possible, which is understandable. But now that he's out of nukes, he'd probably be casting Lit 3, because I believe Kraken is weak to that.
Also weak to swords.
Anything is weak to swords if you're strong enough.
Professor Renderer about to light his second orb. 1 hour, 16 minutes, 13 seconds. Walls of Jericho deciding we need to go to Ice Cave, find something. We're looking for something.
Right, going for defensive strats again. Papa Dux is playing it really safe, probably because he feels really good.
Yeah, on this flag set, if I'm in Temple of Fiends, sub 115, I'm feeling great. Ugh, I don't feel great after that Inferno, though.
I mean, his important characters have ribbons,
and
and he's got
all light warriors are important.
How can you call a black mage a light warrior? Doesn't he excel in darkness?
It's
Ooh,
all
nuclear coming out from Tia 2. Now Papa Dux has got to be careful. Although Cure 4 remedies everything for the white mage.
This is still a clinching moment, but we got it. Tia 2 down.
If that white mage died, that would have been big problems for Papa Dux.
I mean, still doable. As a solo fighter, you have the defense. You don't have the power gauntlet, but you didn't have temper anyways.
Yeah. Alright, 1 hour, 17:45. We've got Papa Dux, the first one to face off against Chaos. Well, rip boom.
Gonna feel that in the morning.
I mean, is he gonna wake up, though? This is the final fight. Chaos coming out with Blizzard. I wouldn't be surprised if Chaos has some nasty spells up his sleeve. Ooh, we've got a couple of nuke charges left, but he's going for Lock 2 strats. But the black mage is surviving one of the hits.
White shirt's paying off. We'll see how much sword swings for. 9 hits.
3.
That's almost max.
Uh-oh. Bang has been baned. Ooh, although Chaos is fairly absorbent, And I just
That's gonna
noticed
take a little bit.
frost dragons have blaze. Kind of disgusting. Once that white mage gets the invisibility stacks up, it's probably going to switch to fade.
I switched to Cure 4.
Well, the fighter is at a really good HP still. Like 535, that's really good. Or heal's just going to start swinging.
We've got to have already done 1,500 damage. It's got to be there. We're up to 2,000 damage. And a nuke rolls out, killing the white mage. Oh no! 10 hits, 155, but Fire 2 rolls out.
Chaos keeps casting these spells. Papadux is in trouble.
Bane cycles around, and we got it.
GG to Papadux.
Papadux official. Race time, racetown.gg time of 1 hour, 19 minutes, 48 seconds. That's good enough for first place on stream and second place overall. Let's give out GGs to Papadux, see if we can get him in the booth.
Right.
And while that's happening, we have Walls of Jericho heading over to the waterfall, one of the last places that that he has to clear out.
What is Walls of Jericho looking for?
I don't know.
Like it says
It's possible that he skipped a chest. But we have Rich Bork on the Bridge of Destiny about to light his third orb. Gets stopped by a Nacho.
Interrupting Nachos, gotta hate him.
And Tiamat just doing the hold thing. We're gonna fade. We're gonna power gauntlet.
Ooh, we're gonna have that white mage take a hit for 260 something. And Tia has poison touch. However, Rich Bork is going for aggressive strats. Just, you know, kill Tiamat before he kills you.
Oh yeah, 1 hour, 22 minutes, and a couple of seconds. Third orb lit for Rich Bork.
Oh, Walls of Jericho must be looking for Oxyale. Like, there's no reason why he wouldn't go to... Why he wouldn't full clear C. He must not have grabbed...
Did he skip that chest?
He very well might have. Alright, are we ready to bring in Papadux for an interview?
Yes, I can't hit the complete button to do it. I do not have the power.
No. I thought we could... Yeah. Do I just have to tell him to join this VC? He's in the broadcast. So...
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay, so... Not Papadux, Papadux. There we go. GG, Papadux.
Thank you.
You are the first person on stream to finish. By a large margin. No one even has 4 orbs.
Wow. I got lucky with that Sarda check, because I was heading...
We were
I had a
sending
few-
thoughts and prayers. Everyone else checked Sarda right away.
I had a few turn-ins to do. I was heading that way. I thought I had the ruby, but I didn't. So I was gonna check Titan's Trove. I didn't have that, so I went ahead and stopped at Sarda. Then I was gonna head to Ice and up around to Matoya and Dwarf Cave, and then up to Ordeals if I had to. But it was the first check, luckily, and got through after that.
Yeah. Although that was a bit of a scary chaos. Ice Cave did have Power Bonk.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not doing much damage to him, but
Yeah. We saw all of your armor and like the fact you have lots of cure 4 is fast. Like
yeah, and I forgot to buy it on my night before I went into Topher. I meant to buy that before I went in.
Oops. It is faster since you technically didn't, though.
Yeah. No, if only I had remembered to equip my sword when I went to fight Garland at the beginning of the game. That might have been the difference between first and second place. The 46 seconds I think we were separated.
That would be about 46 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, because I had to reset out, equip my sword, and then walk all the way back.
Yeah. Like throughout this whole stream, you have been like far ahead of the other runners in terms of exploration. However, everyone else got that key.
Yeah.
And as you're full clearing Sky, we're like once you entered Sky, we were in no mode.
Yeah.
That was quite quite the thing to watch.
Yeah, I had a full clearing Sky. I don't think I needed to. Almost everything was
defense sword and ribbon was in Sky, so
the defense sword I definitely wanted. I could have gone with or without the ribbon. Would have made my white mage a little unsafe, but
yeah. It seems we've got Walls of Jericho. He's looking for Oxyale. He might have skipped that chest in Volcano.
Ooh. Yeah, almost all the Go items were in Volcano. Everything except for Rod and Key.
That's such a stupidly stacked Volcano.
Yeah.
Like,
It really
come on. Like, originally I was scared because earlier with our Iron Gold match, we had like all of the map edits, so like I was used to the desert dock and all of that, and I see Floater and Provoca, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. A lot of times I see a incentive item like that, I want to grind immediately to get it, but I knew I didn't have the canoe yet, so it didn't do me any good, so I just kept going until I found the canoe and came back for it.
Yeah. Certainly nice to see that. And for anyone in chat who's wondering, I believe our other commentator, Dead Pulse, had to step away for a little bit. Though doesn't seem like any of the other runners close to finishing. However, Rich Boric is in Topher, facing off some unrunnable zombie dragons. Are there any other big things you're noticing with this seed that like stuck out to you?
No, not really. The stacked volcano was weird, but it was a welcome sight since I did it relatively early. Other than that, no, not really. It was a pretty straightforward seed for the most part.
Compared to the last week's Duckling Derby race, I think this is a breath of fresh air for our runners.
That Sarda with the key could have been bad for me if I hadn't saved Earth for last. Just because that was the closest check, that was the only reason I went there first.
Yeah, I'm glad you felt our energy being cast forward into the future. Although, with how the other runners on stream were doing, I think you would have still been the first to finish on stream. Because Ice doesn't take that long to clear, neither does
Ordeals.
Yeah. Especially with warp charges.
Yeah. Yeah, I had plenty of those.
And there... Oh no. Walls of Jericho finding that Oxyale, he's likely kicking himself. Because Oops All Loose isn't exactly a flag set that you skip chests on.
No, even the out of the way ones I go and check. I was worried that the key was going to end up in Marsh Top. Because I got into a little bit of trouble in Marsh, so I got out after I cleared the bottom, and I never went back to the top. I'm just glad it wasn't there, because that would have been probably the last place I checked.
Yeah, thankfully, it was the key that was your last item, so you wouldn't have to go checking all those key-locked locations, like Marsh-locked.
Right.
See, got Rich Bork almost through the water floor. So, it's quite the sight to see. Have you done many practice runs with this sort of flag set?
I did like 2 or 3 this week, in the past week. Probably
right.
two counting the async.
Alright, yeah. So, what kind of times do you typically expect from this flag set?
Usually around 1:30 is what I'm usually hitting, somewhere in that area. If it's you get an early floater and you get favorable locations, I've been as low as 112, and if it's really trolley locations, I've been up in the 150s.
Yeah, so a 1:19:47 as per your timer is very, very fast.
It's a little faster than normal, yeah.
Yeah, like 10 minutes faster than average is certainly remarkable for a time.
I was meaning to ask about that. What did I'm sorry if this was asked. I had to step away for a second. But what did you think about seeing that floater in the shop?
He did ask about that. A lot of times I see an incentive item in the shop. I want to try to get the money as fast as possible to get it. But I knew I didn't have the canoe, and it was worthless to me until I did. So I just continued on until I found the canoe, and by that time I had plenty of gold to buy it.
Yeah, I remembered that I forgot that you needed the canoe for a while, and I was like, why is he buying those silver +1s? Doesn't he want the floater?
And Papa Ducks, you took, I believe, 10th in the first race. You took 2nd in this race. How are you feeling about that?
A little bit better. I wasn't happy with the way I played last week.
Well, that was a monster of a seed, and not a lot
no,
of people
Rich
finished it.
Bork, White Mage has been zapped.
Oh, that's not good.
Does he? Okay, he has life charges on his Red Mage, but that does come at the cost of nuke charges.
Well, that's probably worth it.
Yeah. That gave me a heart attack for a bit.
Would have scared me.
Especially because, like, a lot of the times I'd just be like, fire the nukes away, my White Mage has the life casts.
So Rich Bork takes on the second-to-last boss in the game. We have Professor Renderer on the bottom left of the screen. We're taking the eye tile for a couple of turns. Meanwhile, Walls of Jericho going to be lighting his 4th orb and getting ready to go in and take on Chaos himself.
Yes. Remember, Tia 2, I believe Tia 2 has nuclear. I don't remember. Yes. So Tia 2 is going to be... That's gonna kill the Red Mage.
Both the Black Mage and the Red Mage, single-digit health.
Well, the Red Mage is gonna cure for himself. That is good to see. Do we have any idea what level Professor Renderer's party is at?
I would say about, based on the HP that I'm seeing, 25?
Oh, yeah. They just leveled up to 25 as you said that.
That's called Providence. Walls of Jericho about to light the fourth orb. Meanwhile, Rich Bork taking on Chaos. Let's see if we can get this done.
Okay, Chaos. It was really just scary to see your white mage die to that nuclear from Chaos. Well,
Yeah, that worried me a little bit when it happened, but I knew he was getting close to being dead, so I thought I was okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no, Blizzard coming out.
Because once
Taking
I
out
see
the
that
white mage.
first nuclear, that part of my brain is like, he could have another.
Yeah. And I never saw a single nuke all of Topher. I'm guessing they were all on Warmech, maybe.
Either that or Lich. You killed Lich before he had any time to act, and there's
true.
nuclear from Chaos. Before the Cure 4 comes
my.
off. That red mage is probably just gonna be, using everything to keep that fighter alive. But that fighter doing 630. I think Rich Bork has got this down. Got another Fade coming out for almost 300. And there we go. GG to Rich Bork.
And that was good enough for an 8th place finish. Let's get GG's out in chat.
Deadpulse, how many racers do we have racing tonight in total?
We have a total of some number.
Oh, wow.
23
Hey.
racers, I believe.
Thanks.
Oh, it is too late to do any sort of math. But yes, I believe we have 23 racers going on right now. 1 hour, 35 minutes, 23 seconds, the official racetowntime.gg. That is an impressive time still. And let's see if we can get that invite out and get Rich in here.
Alright.
And Walls of Jericho now making his way into Topher. And is that Rich, I hear? GG's.
Yes, it is. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you are loud and clear. Tell me what you were feeling. How did you like that seed?
I roll a lot of really bad seeds when it comes to practice seeds. So the fact that there was no magic at level 1 offensively, it's like, okay, par for the course. That sounded really, really good. Everything seemed to be running okay. I just wish that I didn't dive into Sea Shrine first.
Yeah, there was kind of a trap to go into Sea Shrine first, and then it was also a trap if you didn't pick up the key from Sarda to go into Sky. So tell me, when you saw the floater for sale, what was your reaction? Like, oh god, I don't know.
Well, I made note that it was 14,000 and change, and I know I wanted to get it, and I know that I didn't want to go back there later on if I didn't have to. So hence the reason I went into Marsh to see what I could do about getting money, and Marsh wasn't cooperating. There was no money there. So
is there even anything you could sell?
Yeah, so that's why I did. I headed over to do a pop grind, but I was able to get a couple of get the money that I needed right there. So I just went and grabbed it, and then took off, and then started looking for that canoe. Oh, that canoe was such a crappy location.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So you took 8th place, a great finish on this one. Week 1, I believe you were in 19th place, which for that seed is still a good job to actually finish it. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Feeling really good. Like, last week I was in like first, second, or third or whatever going into Topher, and I felt really good then. And then all the wheels fell off. But and then I keep on seeing people who are dropping out. All these forfeits. It's like I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do something different. And then After the race, I rewatched it. I listened to the commentary, and then the following day, I talked to some other people about what I did wrong. So the 3 and 256 multiple times last week, I didn't want that to happen again. So felt pretty good going into Topher tonight. I was, like I said, just a little bummed that I went into Sea Shrine first as opposed to diving into Sky, especially with how early the rod was in Sky. So.
Well, you did something right tonight, being able to place in the top third. GG's to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm. My goal for this, like even when I just started, is that I wanted to make sure that I wanted to end up in the top 10 overall at the end of the 4 weeks of the Duckling Derby. I mean, I started playing FFR right as the spring tournament was kicking off, and I've been haven't been shy about asking for help. I mean, I've asked you, Dead Pulse, I've asked Burt Reynolds, I've been talking to Gregory Puff, Crab Cakes, Danny, anybody who will give me some information, anything that I can do, I will listen. And I had Jat do a VOD review a while back when I was only like 6 weeks into the game, and then hoping that we can string this thing together and keep on going and make that top 10 at the end of the 4th week.
Oh yeah, we have a little action on screen going on right now. Professor Renderer taking on Kraken 2. At the same time, Walls of Jericho is on Kraken 2's floor.
Yep. And meanwhile, I just wanted to reply to Rich Fork. That's as a duckling myself, I'm not actually like in this derby, but like I always respect like the idea of like constantly wanting to like get better at this game, because it's a fun game. You gotta love getting better, seeing yourself improve.
Yeah, like one thing, like people thought that this was weird. At first, what I was doing is I was recording all of my VODs, and then I was doing some really analytical studies of them. Like most notably, I had analyzed the amount of time that it was taking me to press in the direction after a fight, or when there was a scene change, or any kind of transition whatsoever, to try to find that little bit of an edge. So like when you first go into town, knowing which direction to go. When you first go into on a dungeon floor, knowing which direction to press, so that you can just get that little bit of edge. With you have 100 or more fights in every single game, plus all of these transitions with different floors, or coming out of a shop, or whatever. It all adds up. And then I don't suggest that everybody does that, but again, I picked everybody's brains so that I could figure out as much stuff as I could. Because I wanted to learn. So Final Fantasy was a game from my childhood. I got it when it was brand new on the NES. I spent hours upon hours playing it. I used to be that guy who would do like the mono singleton red mage, or singleton white mage, or singleton black mage runs just for fun, because I just needed a way to challenge myself. So having the randomizer just seemed like something natural for me.
Well, as we go on screen a little bit, Professor Renderer did end up wiping out of Topher. Kraken 2 took him down, but Walls of Jericho taking on Kraken 2 right now. I will throw it over to Papa Ducks. Now, you placed very high in both of these Duck Derby races. You had a very good spring tournament. When did you get to the point where you are now? Like, what is probably the biggest improvement that you've had over the last couple of months, including the Derby?
I think it's my biggest improvement is probably in my menuing, and I still need a lot of work with that. But my routing has gotten better. Prioritizing the bigger dungeons, especially in loose flag sets. Knowing what battles to take, what battles not to take. Even though I still think I take too many battles early to get early levels. but it's just come gradually over time, learning what to do and what not to do, basically.
Yeah. I do have to say, from like watching your run tonight, you mentioned menuing right at the start. I do have to say it's really good consistent menuing. That's my take on seeing how it is. Although I don't know how you were before.
Still have too many misclicks for my like, but that's something that I'll get better at too as I keep playing.
Yeah.
Walls of Jericho taking on Tiamat 2. We're throwing some fades out, and we're thinking about Wall, but nope, we're just going to wait as the nuclear comes out and devastates. Oh, takes out the black mage. We have double digits on the red mage and the white mage. Fade only rolling 101.
Yep. We're gonna hope for a good turnaround on Tier 4. The white mage is alive, though.
Oh,
however, the red mage
comes out.
Is not. Uh-oh.
The white mage is down.
The fighter that could. That's going to be a solo fighter versus Chaos. I don't know if Walls of Jericho will be able to get through this.
We have 3 Cure 4s. We've got the Defense Sword. We've got the Power Gauntlet. Wing and a Prayer. Let's do it.
Yep, max HP to start. This is all you can really do. Yeah, definitely gotta start out with Defense Sword. And hopefully not get baned.
Step 1, survive the bane.
And that's 6 stacks of evasion before any big hits. And now for buffs.
We're not going to have fast, but we use that power gauntlet twice, take a swing.
833, ooh. Yeah, Walls of Jericho playing it safe with 3 Cure 4 charges. I totally understand that, because he's doing 800 damage, or multiple hundreds. Oh, there's a nuke from Chaos. There's the nuke that you were talking about earlier.
I'm wondering where that was.
Yeah, it's on Chaos.
And heads up play to, we don't know where the other nukes are. Hitting that Cure 4. Those last couple of swings only... Is it the 3rd Bane, or did we cycle all the way back? Oh, good job.
The fighter that could. Walls of Jericho. GG.
Walls of Jericho with an official Racetown time. 1 hour, 46 minutes, 35 seconds. Good enough for 17th place. 3rd on screen. Let's try to get him in the booth, shall we? And I lied before. There are 24 players. I did not scroll down far enough.
Technology's hard sometimes.
Technology and counting, when put together, just not worth it.
I
Counting
feel you, man.
cream. Oh no.
I'm sorry to the one person I forgot.
I mean, you didn't... I mean, if you never specify them, you didn't forget about anyone in particular.
Listen, I wasn't wrong. There are 23 players. There's just also 24.
How does that work?
I mean, it'll make sense. We'll fix it in post.
Okay.
Professor Renderer taking on Carry 2, hoping that this dive is going to turn out better than last.
Yeah. Now, before we get Walls of Jericho up on here, I just want to say, like, I really commend, like, the two, like, all these, like, different strats of, like, how everyone, like, learns the game with Rich Bork's more analytical sense, and, like, Papa Duck's focusing on just, like, big strategies. Like, I myself, like, I like to practice one thing at a time, so I, like, get like super deep into practice for one particular flag set. As I'm sure Papa Ducks may know, as I went from never doing floor entrance shuffle before to finishing one of those seeds in under 1 hour 30 minutes, or getting into Topher before 1:30. It's quite the experience for me, just like testing out every flag of the randomizer that I see happening off, and just like one at a time, thinking to myself strategically.
Oh yeah,
just place items.
That's a good question to throw. Papa Duck's favorite flag. Go.
Oh, my favorite flag now is Speedboat.
Speedboat.
Every time I get into a game that doesn't have Speedboat now, I'm just
I miss Speedboat.
Oh, Rich Bork, same question, and it better be better than Speedboat. Otherwise you might be booed.
The deep dungeon. I've been having so much fun with the deep dungeon. 50 floors of awesome. You know?
I love me some deep dungeon. You know what you can't do in the deep dungeon? Drive a speedboat.
No, you can't.
This is true. That would make the deep dungeon better.
Hint to the devs, maybe make one of those levels be the overworld map.
Oh no.
I'm just saying.
How about you, Deadpols? What's your favorite flag?
Oh, there's too many to choose from.
Oh, okay, come on! Don't.
I don't have a real answer.
Come on, pick one. The flags don't have emotions. You know, they know you like them.
Oh my. No, you see, what I should have done is thought of my answer, because I truly don't have a favorite flag. My jam is exactly this, like an all-loose situation, where it's all about execution and routing.
You know,
those are my favorite ones.
I'll accept that as an answer.
My least favorite flag, though, is the not sparing the Hooray Dwarf, Rich Bork. I mean, you went to ordeals first, so yeah, you know, you made my list of all of the good ducklings, and then you killed a Hooray Dwarf, and now you're off the list again.
Ah, I see how it goes. I also killed Bubbles.
I
too.
hope you get last next race because of that.
But you did kill Bubbles, so that puts you back on, so
Yeah.
it all equals out.
I killed the Hooray Dwarf today out of frustration, so normally I don't even talk to him.
Oh my! How about yours, Admiral? What's your favorite flag to play?
My favorite flag is, honestly, I like playing Shard Hunt. Like, just like this, instead of, you know, having to beat these bosses, but I still do it anyway. Instead of beating the bosses, I like just the different goal of just, you know, finding items and, like, you know, piecing together the black orb. Although for how many shards, I typically like a lower number of shards, like 24 shards is my ideal.
32 or bust.
I haven't played Shard Hunt yet. It looks really, really fun.
Oh, it's amazing. We'll get some on after.
Highly recommend it.
Once the derby is over, I want to try all kinds of different things.
It makes fighter strats more viable.
Yeah. I don't want to get confused and try to play different flags, you know, while practicing for the derby. But once the derby's over, I'm definitely down for trying a whole bunch of different things.
All right, we've got Professor Render entering the Chaos fight. Will Chaos be New Cappy like he was in versus Walls of Jericho? We've got both a ninja with a katana and a fighter with Masmian, so this should be some good damage.
This is a rare thing. The katana rolled up and somebody took a ninja.
We were commenting, thank goodness. I would hate to see all of those katana plus 2s just go to waste.
Right.
Yeah. Come on. Which makes me think back. Papa Ducks, I thought you were a thief, man.
I am usually, or a lot of times, but in a loose flag set like this, you're opening every box. You're gonna find the good armor.
White Mage has been baned.
Oof.
So that say goodbye to healing.
But
Honestly,
we did end up getting temper on the black mage.
with all of
Level
these loose
7.
items, that I'd say it is more of a reason to pick up a thief because like there's more stuff that you have to run away from.
Well, with a 15 luck on the fighter and +5 on the black
Oh,
mage, I didn't have to worry too much about that.
I forgot about the plus 15 luck.
We did another 800 damage. Chaos has got to be going down this turn. We're down to 1 nuke. Blizzard rolls out. Nobody dies from it, but that means that nuke is coming out soon.
And there
10
we go.
hits, 727, and down. Professor Renderer with an official racetowntime.gg. 1 hour, 54 minutes, 27 seconds. GG.
And thus, all 4 runners on stream have finished.
We can get that and see maybe if Walls of Jericho or Professor Renderer wants to join us, talk a little bit about their experience with this seed.
Right. Let's...
Now this was kind of nice. I did like to see Warp early. That probably made me feel pretty good. But we are joined by someone.
Professor Renderer, GG.
GG.
Yeah, that was a nasty Topher.
Yeah. I feel like it was kind of sucky to have a bad Topher. But I feel like my second attempt through Topher, I think what the right call that I made was moving the ninja up to the first slot instead of the black mage, because that way, even in case Kraken or Tia ever started targeting them, it would, how the targeting system works, it would only go towards the ninja, and not towards my white mage, lower priorities and such. But I think in general, the race, the seed kind of was a game of cat and mouse trying to get my guys back up all the time.
Yeah, through this Topher, I don't know how much I can't remember how much Chaos was trolling you, but Chaos did have nuclear and nuke.
I was fortunate to not get that. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Tia 2 and Chaos were nuke happy.
And as surprising as that is, I never got them, which is amazing to me.
Yeah, if that went wrong, third Topher dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, while checking my notes, Professor Renderer, you were the first one on screen to go visit Sarda and get that delicious key. Tell me what made you go there.
It was just the fact that I had the floater. The floater was so early. I figured, hey, Sarda was Sarda was close by. It was just right there from just an airship away. So I may as well pick up the key. May as well pick that up. Got the key, and I was like, oh hey, Masa is so early, so I may as well start doing that before I get my promotion. It was a most logical decision to make.
Yeah, because it's only one item. I was surprised to see so many runners on stream go for the Sarda so early. Like, not just you, but I believe one other runner did it as well. And we were in the booth. We were just calling that the Galaxy Brain play because that sent us commentators in no mode. Like, not even 40 minutes into this.
Huh. Well, that's actually a pretty nice thing to know about that. Because at least with this seed, the go mode was actually as long as you as long as you Galaxy Brain the whole thing, or if you were really quick and kind of following the chain through, and this is loose after all, but if that was the case, then you're pretty much all ready to go. It was such an early go mode for me. That made me realize my levels aren't really good. So yeah, that influenced my decision to head back once before I head into Topher to head back into Ordeals to get that eye tile. I figured there was no way if my current levels aren't going to cut it. I have to make sure I got to make something work like now, and going to Ordeals when I did was probably the best idea to make because it only it took me one wipe to kill Chaos.
Yeah, as long as you don't get like that 17 wipe that I believe some of our runners have experienced before in short Topher nonetheless, that's really good.
Yeah, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that play. It was just it's heads up thinking. It's like it sucks that it's in Ordeals on the zombie dragon tile. But it has to go all back through Ordeals again, go through that whole maze. But if Agamel's more cutting it for me, so that's why I decided to go back to Ordeals.
All right, Deadpool. Do you have any questions for Professor Renderer?
Yeah, got one more. So, Professor Renderer, what are you enjoying the most so far about Final Fantasy Randomizer and the Duckling program that's been going on?
I just think Final Fantasy is like one of those. Final Fantasy 1 Rando is since I'm coming from a Link to the Past randomizer background, I think Final Fantasy 1 Rando is probably the most. It's really exciting. It has. There's anything can happen at any given time. Like you could be way ahead, and then you get stumped in Topher, and all of a sudden it becomes a grueling battle to see who can get out of this really bad Topher to finally kill Chaos. Or the situation where if you're going to be trying to grind, if you have like a forest black build, and you're trying to think, okay, I guess I need to go grind to like level 42 or whatever. Just to get my black belt up to some significance. That's what to me I think is what makes Final Fantasy 1 Rando what it is. And I love Iron Gold. It's Iron Gold and it's crazy top modes. It's just absolutely amazing. It's amazing to see that all go down. I was really good. I was really happy. Oh, not happy, but I was really amused at the whole deep dungeon thing. That is really cool. And as far as the Duckling program, I mean it's to use another analog that's for Link to the Past Rando. It's kind of like it's similar in vein to the mentor tournaments that they have at over on Link to the Past side, and I think the Duckling program is really nice to get people that aren't familiar with Final Fantasy 1 Rando to get back to play that and learn all of its intricacies and such. And the Duckling Derby is just one example of it.
Well, I think we're about ready. It was GG's all around. Let's get some final thoughts. Our first place streamer, Papa Ducks, second overall. Any final thoughts on this seed and or the Duck Derby?
I'm with the Derby so far. As far as the seed goes, it was a fun seed. I'm still mad at myself for not equipping my sword when I went to fight Garland, because that cost me about a minute, having to reset out of that and walk all the way back. But yeah, having a great time. Just want to thank you guys for streaming it, for crewing this thing, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great work.
Rich Bork, same questions. Over to you. 8th place overall, 2nd place on stream.
I had a good time with this. You guys got to watch me screw up that pillar maze over and over again, which was all kinds of fun too. But yeah, having fun with this seed and with the Duckling program all together. So GG's to everybody, and thanks again for putting this on and taking the time out of your days, guys, Admiral and Deadpulse, to do the commentary. And thanks to SpeedGaming 5 and RPG Limit Break for letting us have our games on their channels.
And Professor Renderer, I know you just, I kind of asked you this, but you had a really rough Topher. You came back, you finished it. Do you have any final thoughts on the seed? Anything you want to share with us?
As far as the seed was, yeah, it wasn't, for me it was kind of rough. I'm still, trying to figure out how to go fast in this, but I think after the Duckling Derby, I will probably be as fast as like humanly possible that I can at least that I can do, and try to like optimize my play and all that. Yeah, the Topher wasn't really fun, but I mean, I made it through regardless. And yeah, I'm gonna repeat what everyone else said. Thanks to Admiral and Dead Pulse for commentary. Thanks to like all the admins that are doing the Duckling Derby. This is such a great way to get into Final Fantasy 1 Rando. And yeah, shout outs to SG and RPG Limit Break for putting them on. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
And I want to give a special thanks to not only Admiral Triard, CoCom's partner here, but Mr. Burt Reynolds behind the scenes tracking for us. Thank you very much, Burt.
Yes, I'd like to extend that thank you as well. I could never try 4 people at the same time, especially in an oops all loose setting. It's a bit ridiculous.
Lesser men have crumbled under the task. But Admiral, unless you have anything else, if you want to take us out.
Do have one final thoughts. I am a Duckling, although not participating in this tournament because I don't know, tournament formats kind of intimidate me. I have been enjoying seeing like all of this going on, like seeing just how all of the Ducks, no matter when they join, they're all pushing their limits in their own respective ways, and seeing some really good results tonight. I think our Ducks are strong to fly, or swim, because they technically become platypi after they promote, but semantics. Other than that, yeah, it's been a pleasure doing this. Pleasure having you with me in comms, Dead Pulse. Again, I'd like to thank SpeedGaming 5 here for hosting this race, and over on our other stream being hosted, RPG Limit Break, also hosting us. It's all been a pleasure. It's all been fun to watch, and it's even more fun to play. Right.
Well, we have more Duck Derby for you next week, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be week 3. That's just, we're at the halfway point. 2 weeks until we crown the new Duckling Supreme. Could it be one of the racers we saw tonight? You'll have to come back and watch. Well, from all of us at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, we want to send special thanks to everyone watching and supporting us. And until next time, we will see you later.